John Turner.
Come on.
everybody.
All right.
John
Hey.
Turner.
Hey.
There we go.
Look at me in the
Guys, how you
background.
doing this morning?
I'm like in the Matrix. What's up?
That's right.
It's Yep, that's me.
You guys good this morning?
Yes,
Doing all right,
doing
man. How are
great.
you? Welcome in. It's like old times.
I know, right? I know. I think the last time I was here, you guys were bickering about money with the World Cup in Boston, right? So it was
Yep.
it was
Nope,
a good
it's not in
conversation.
Break up the
Boston.
fight.
It's not in Boston. It's in Foxborough.
Well,
The
I
people
know,
of
I know,
Foxborough
but-
Damn
wanted
it.
to know that it's not.
Gosh.
It's not in Boston.
What are you doing?
My bad. A suburb of Boston.
There you go.
I'm pretty sure it's a
All
suburb.
right. Now we're okay. All right. Now we're moving in the right direction. But we were talking a little bit this morning about NIL opportunities and what's going on at the network. So excited to hear what's going on.
Yeah. So we've been working behind the scenes over the last couple of weeks to obviously, one, make sure that we have an NIL program that we believe is competitive in the market, but more importantly, one that protects the athlete and protects us here at Premier Media Group, the National Soccer Network, and Sports Nation TV, right? And so those we've been really working hard behind the scenes with that. We've been reaching out to athletes. Athletes have been reaching out to us, and we announced here this morning our first NIL contract that's been signed by Andrew Corder. Andrew Corder is our official NIL, first ever NIL deal signed. Andrew Corder, as you know, he has a single season record at De La Salle High School, scored 38 goals last season for De La Salle, on their way to their second state championship in a row at De La Salle. They won it last year, they won it the year before that. He's on his way. He's got 71 career goals. The record at De La Salle is 74. And if you think about De La Salle is one of those programs here in Michigan that has won a lot of state championships over the years. Thayer Mukhtar is their head coach. He has done a fantastic job there. And you think about how the players have come through the pipeline there at De La Salle, and he is in really good company. He is 3 goals shy. He is going to be playing his senior season this year. So he scored 38 last year. He might be on pace to, I think it's almost a surety that he gets his record there at De La Salle. Also part of the Dream Team last year, and arguably the top, or at least I would say the top pick to win Mr. Soccer here in 2026. And so we are excited about this opportunity. He'll be doing a lot of social media for us, and we couldn't be happier about having Andrew Corder be our first NIL signing here in the history of NSN.
Well, Andrew, I'd give you 38 horns, but I think that'd be here's like 3.
Or 70
3 away. So there you go. You get 3.
70
some
some odd horns. There you go.
Horns. I think John might just walk into the studio and rip the cord out, and it'd just be Nate for the rest of the show.
But just so you guys know, we have more coming, right? We're going to be announcing these in the coming days, and so we're really excited about this. Before your show this morning, I was having a conversation with a parent talking about this and sending over a contract to finalize everything. So we're really, really excited about this. And most importantly, I think it's our responsibility in this environment to not only find maybe the best, right? Because soccer is not just about the best, but everyone loves the game, right? We might find players who maybe are in their own right have a following and a love for the game that we want to go into, right? And so I don't think we have to always go after the best athlete, right? And I think that's an important thing for us to say in this world as well. Yes, we're going to have the best in like an Andrew Corder and other players like him and other players in the female side as well. But I think having players that fit into our mold of, hey, we're covering soccer. It's your home, and your home is going to come with a lot of different shapes and sizes. And I think it's important that we specify that in early going. This isn't just about the best player in the state or the best player in the country. While we'll do that, we'll do a lot of that. We want to also showcase players who are in their own right, paving a way that makes sense in the game of soccer that will maybe lead them in a different direction. But nonetheless, they still love the game.
This feels weird interviewing my boss in a lot of ways, but I do have a question because
Sure.
I am curious. I know we've talked about this off screen, but obviously for the people that are watching this, they're not privy to you and me talking about it together. The other side of this is the educational component. I know that's always been something that's really important here at NSN, in educating kids on not only getting them NIL opportunities, but how to conduct themselves in those spaces. And I think it's interesting because the MHSAA just now recently allowed that. And so this is kind of a new thing. I mean, how important is the educational component in getting these kids these opportunities and kind of guiding them through this process so they know how to handle that maybe when they get to the college or any other level that they're going to?
I think first and foremost, I think that one, as someone who played, we all of us played sports. All of us had moms and dads kind of pay for us to play, right? And so this is an opportunity for an athlete who's worked hard for a good chunk of their life, in most cases half their life, playing a sport they love, hours and hours on end trying to get better, traveling to and from things, compromising and missing out on opportunities. And now here's a chance for them, off of all that labor, that hard work they put into this, to now be able to earn something from the sport that they love. And I think that's fantastic. And hey, I'm sure as time goes on, the regulation behind all this is going to change. And so I think the educational aspect of this is extremely important. And obviously the MHSAA has kind of created this thing where it's like, hey, we don't know. We want the athlete to benefit from this. We don't necessarily know how we're going to govern this yet. Go at it. And hopefully over time, we'll figure this thing out in real time. The great news is that we've worked with a lot of really good people behind the scenes to make sure that we're doing it right? To make sure that we are doing everything we can to make sure that we're protecting the athlete, protecting our company, and the overall what we're trying to accomplish. But our message is back to the athletes and this is something I learned a long time ago. You have to cover yourself, right? As much as we want these athletes to come into our environment, they also have to, make sure that when they sign something with us, that it's within the realm of what is they are responsible for, and more importantly, all the things that the MHSAA and the governing bodies have instituted to make sure that they are doing what they're supposed to be doing. Because it doesn't affect me. If they make a mistake, it affects them. It will probably not affect us. And I think it's important that we say that. And so we have a responsibility to make sure that we're doing right by these athletes. And so we will always do everything we can to make sure that, hey, they are doing their job and supporting and obviously what we're doing, but more importantly, making sure they're protecting themselves, because this is we just don't want to see them get in trouble over things of working with us.
Just a couple things. Schrock said hello, or he said boys, so he's saying hello to us. Hello to you too, Schrock.
Hey, what's going on, Schrock? Hey,
Schrock. By the way, here's this. Hook 'em. Anyway, I wish this existed like 5 years ago, John, because I would have been a high ticket item to be honest with you. Lots of places would be looking to have Ryan Glinsky be on.
You keep thinking that
millions.
I'd be demanding millions back in my high school playing days. Anyway, but now you got me here, so I guess I made it here.
I think Ryan would like the John Stockton of the soccer team.
Oh, wow.
Sorry, go ahead.
Anyway, what's the process for any family or player trying to work here at NSN and be a part of the NIL program?
Yeah, so on our website, there's an actual page called NSN NIL. It's obviously available if you go to our link tree as well, the link in bio on any of our social media. There'll be a page they can click on. It takes them right to the page. And it explains to them what we're doing. The article from Andrew's release is already there this morning on there. And it gives them all the information. And then more importantly, allows them to schedule a meeting with me, a one-on-one, where we get a chance to talk with them and have an understanding of what it is that we're trying to accomplish. If we feel like this is a good fit, then we'll move through the next steps. But it all starts with that meeting.
And is there a certain type of profile of player that you're looking for? I know you said that there's not a specific, the most talented player, which I think it's good to obviously give opportunities to players that maybe aren't at the top of that list. Is there a certain profile that we're looking for, though, or really just anyone who's open to the opportunity?
I think players that are forward-thinking, right? Players that see the bigger picture, who are actively right now out there trying to showcase to the world who they are in a responsible way, right? We know we live in a world of social media. We know we live in a world where everything is on display. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Managing that in this world is very difficult. And I think the players that are out there doing that responsibly are the ones that make the most sense for us initially. And then from there, I'm pretty sure that our profiles and things that we're looking for to help grow what we're doing. Because the whole point of this is to grow us and at the same time grow them, right? Me and Ryan were just talking about this yesterday. I mean, just last week alone, our network in totality did just under 1 million total views, right? So everything in 1 week was 1 million views, right? Yeah. And so they're coming into an environment where we already have national, exposure. We want to help grow that with them, and we want them to help us grow it on a smaller, more grassroots type environment. That's what NIL is all about. It's more grassroots. It's taking this environment where we used to put them on a commercial on TV and showcase them. Now it's like we're going to them in their environment. We're attracting their fan base to come be a part of what we're doing. Right. And I think that that's really cool about what the NIL experience is going to be about, especially for things like what we're doing.
Schrock said the merch would go crazy for Ryan's NIL deal. I mean, I would agree, Schrock. I would.
Yeah. And the cool thing too is we've developed a merch. We have merch, and obviously we have not pushed it a ton because part of me is in this chair every day goes, man, who would want to wear a logo NSN? Like I don't know if I see a lot of people walk around with an ESPN shirt on, right? I mean, no. And if they got it, it's probably because it came as part of a bundle from something they bought from something else, right? Like it came with like their TV guide or something. There was a special discount they got or something, or a freebie. Like who walks around? Who's going to go on ESPN's website and buy an ESPN? I don't know if that's a thing. So we've always tried to kind of build merchandise that we think would be something you would want to wear that would maybe have our logo in a small part of your shirt, and then something else is there that's more prominent. And so we are developing the merchandise that we think makes the most sense for for our viewers and for our fan base. And I'm happy to announce that we will be doing our own actual shirt designing here in studio starting next week, and actually finishing off those products here as well. We have purchased all of the equipment to do our own screen printing here here on site. And so that way, if you order something off the website, you order it, we could have it done that same day and shipped to you same day. And so we're really excited about it. It also gives the opportunity to the athletes who come in here as well to have their merchandise created on the spot, and then off they go as well. And so we're really, really excited about that.
So outside of merch, are there any other perks, or is that kind of just is there anything else with these perks?
I mean, about the athlete itself? Or are you talking about? Yeah, I mean, the athlete obviously is compensated for what they do, right? So that's important. Obviously, I'm not going to go into detail about the compensation aspect of this, but yeah, they make money. I mean, and so there's opportunities for them to make money in a lot of different places. The athletes that we're working with we're looking for them to make short form videos for our social media. So they'll make 30 to 60 second videos on our platform, and then we'll post that. They'll reshare it. And then more importantly, our player profiles. Like we've talked about the player profiles and how we go out, we write articles and we showcase players. We did that for Maddie Bernard here earlier this week or last week. She's going to Lisbon, Portugal here this Thursday. And we wrote an article about her, and it's a profile. A great article, by the way. I think if you haven't read it, you need to go read it. But we could do that for players across this country. To dedicate someone in our news division to write an article for an athlete, it's time, it's money, it's energy, and we want to showcase players in a very positive way. And the cool thing is that because of the exposure that we've created for our network and all the views that we get, when we post an article about somebody, if you Google that person's name, they typically show up on the first page of Google with our news article. And so the exposure, so if a coach is going to go Google that player to find out information, they're going to see a news article from us. More often, they're going to see it from somebody else. And I think that's an important thing to also state as we go through this process.
Schrock agrees with you, John. He says most merchandise would be more team or podcast specific. I agree with you on that. So, all right, John, before we let you go, we know you're a really busy person. We just got to ask this question. Last meal, what are you eating?
Last meal. That was your signature back in the day, man. That was your question.
I know. I mean,
I forget.
So I forget the name of this restaurant, but this was back 2008. I was in Cincinnati, Ohio, and it was a brothel turned into a steakhouse. So I don't know. It's like the pink. I think it's like the Pink House or something like that. But it was a surf and turf. It brought out a filet mignon with the lobster tail and asparagus and all the fixings for that. It was the best steak I've ever had in my entire life. And I don't know if that restaurant still exists. I think it was called the Pink House or the Pink Restaurant. But again, it was a brothel turned into a steakhouse. And it was phenomenal. My go-to is always a steak and a lobster tail. If your last meal, that's what it would be.
Yeah.
I do like other things, but that's my last meal. And then since I do have diabetes, but if it's my last meal, I'm totally gonna eat. There's this like Dutch apple pie, but it's in Port Huron.
Yeah.
Unbelievable, the best Dutch apple pie you'll ever have, and it is to die for. I would totally go to I would die for that. So
yeah, that's a really damn long round trip for your last meal. You got a couple of different places you got to go to. I knew you were gonna say steak though, right? Ryan, the first time we walked into a restaurant together, me and JT, he's standing in front of the steaks that are like displayed, and he's like, "I want that one." And they're like, "No, you go sit down. You can order your steak." No, but he's like, you don't understand. I want that one. And I'm like,
that's Texas Roadhouse, my guy. And they give you a ticket. They give you a ticket at Texas Roadhouse. You pick your steak.
Have you ever seen the show Parks and Rec?
Yep.
You feel like Ron Swanson, John, when it comes to food.
No. I mean, I'm not gonna walk into Whole Foods and be like, "Let me try that fake bacon," and then throw it in the garbage. I might try it. I'm not gonna.
What the exact example I was gonna use was, I want all your bacon. I repeat, I want all your bacon. I don't want some of it. I don't want a little bit. I want it all. Schrock said his meal would be Ruth's Chris medium steak with mashed potatoes.
Yeah, I've had Ruth's Chris's. It's not the best though.
Ooh,
I wouldn't say. Yeah, I'd say that.
I've had Ruth's Chris's.
Pretty close.
Yeah, I used to work at a chop house in college, and so I could eat steak anytime I wanted to, and that great steak there as well. But if you're saying, hey, my last meal, this was the best meal I ever had. What was there? And the best part about it, you don't have to pay for it. And I've eaten at like Morton's in Chicago. I've eaten at some really good steakhouses over the year. That was by far the best one I've ever had. So,
well,
guys, we have another huge announcement coming here. By the way, I got to say this: we have another huge announcement.
No.
To premise this is the biggest announcement that we will ever make in the history of our company.
I just want to say John will be back on the show at some point here. He's going to be like,
yes, it is the biggest announcement that we will have ever made in the history of our company. It's 5 years in the making.
Dang.
And a lot of hours. It is a done deal. There's no it's signed, sealed. We have a contract in place. We are doing all the legwork right now. We are just kind of coordinating when we're going to announce this. But this is the biggest news to ever happen to our company, and we couldn't be more excited about it. And I'm hoping that I can come on here again tomorrow or maybe the next day and talk about it.
Oh, John, attaboy.
All right. Well, that's a good that's a damn good tease on the way out. We'll give you that. So
the biggest news in the history of our company. Nothing is bigger than this, but yeah.
That's awesome. But now that everyone knows where to get the best steak and apple pie, where can they find more information about the NIL stuff? Just one last time here before we talk to you tomorrow.
Yeah, nationalsoccernetwork.com, just along the top of the page there, you'll see NSN NIL. Just click on that, and it'll follow that process.
Okay. Awesome. Appreciate you stopping by, boss man.
Thank you very much, guys. Great stuff. As always, keep going. Did you guys know this? You guys are up over 8,000 viewers a day right now on Roku.
Damn.
8,000
live viewers.
Wow.
That's right. So you guys are
cool.
rocking and rolling.
That's awesome.
Is that good or bad?
I think that's all right. I mean,
considering once upon a time it was 2. I mean, like
Yeah.
2, right? I mean, so
Yeah.
you're rising obviously on YouTube. I mean, and YouTube's not been our focus, and you guys know that hasn't been our focus for the last couple of years. We were just we want to grow Roku, and so it wasn't our focus. But Ryan and you and Nathan doing what you've been doing as far as clipping and doing all that, we've seen that steadily rise. I think the show right now is averaging well over 75 viewers an episode. We're seeing in the last few weeks well over 100 to 150 in most cases, upwards of 200. And so the show is rapidly growing, and it couldn't be a better time to do that.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, we
great
appreciate
stuff,
you as always. And it's been a long journey. We got to air that first episode one of these days, maybe a little rerun just to see how far we've come.
I've listened to it, and John's green screen went away after 10 seconds.
I'm whispering over here.
Nate was like quiet, like he looked sad. He was like, "Yeah, I just feel like the timing was pretty good on the show. Like, yeah, I was just really happy to finally do this thing." And I'm like, "This is the most unenergetic show."
Oh man. Oh
wow.
We'll talk to you later though, JT.
All right, see you, John. I'll see you in like 5 seconds.
Peace.